Test. Ing. Testing. Oh, where's Don this morning?
Been here for a few weeks.
Hi, Doug.
I remember you calling me, but I didn't yet.
Hey, he hasn't, that's right, he hasn't been here for about 3 weeks now. It's third week.
Look at them.
And here's Jody. Good morning.
Every week they come here. That's how it was doing. Yeah,
I'll probably know if we're going to be
I remember because you called me, right?
I know sign language too, so I can technically that's
You know sign language?
That's it.
I only know a few limited.
That's a huge area of our
back
society.
down to Sturgis and work around and it's sign. People how to take care of their trucks.
So when you watch a movie on TV, you can tell if they're relatively accurate. I see the coffee's about done. Oh, bring my.
Perkin over here. All right.
I hear that. I was just going to get up and I didn't know if I was going to wait for you to start or if we were going to hand out cups first. Myron, would you like a cup?
Yeah, I'll take a half a cup.
We've all learned to bring our own.
All right, Doug.
Yeah.
Cody. Thank you very much.
Troy?
No, I think I'll pass.
You don't have no guts this morning, do you?
That's a good.
Oh, that's not sorry.
Somewhere.
They get excited and spill pop. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is 9 a.m., May 14th, Tuesday, May 14th, and welcome to the weekly Cottington County Board of Commissioners meeting. We'll open the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. And Jody, you want to lead us this morning, Jody?
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Jody. I apologize for not being here last week. About this time I was recouping from a complete knee replacement, and as you can see, I'm up and about and I'm doing pretty darn good, and that's what everybody says, you're doing all right, and I think sometimes they tell you that just to make you feel good, but I'm doing fine, doing well. So good to be back. A couple of housekeeping chores. If you have a cell phone, which I'm sure you do, please silence it or turn it off, and if you do get a call that you need to take, please step out into the rotunda area and take it so you don't disrupt the meeting. This meeting is being streamed live, and at this time, is there anyone in the audience that would like to approach the board during the open to address an issue? There's nothing that we would be able to vote on in reference to that, but we certainly would hear your concerns if you have any. Seeing none, is there any commissioners, board of commissioners here that has any conflict of interest of any items that we have on the agenda?
Nope.
Seeing none.
Make a motion.
Entertain a motion to
approve
accept the agenda as
agenda.
printed.
Make
And I
that
have that
motion.
motion from Hatton.
Second.
Second from Van Duzen. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
A motion to approve the agenda.
I'll make the minutes, but I do have, we will check it out with Cindy next week. I had called on travel requests. I did not make that motion last week, so that's the only part of the minutes that needs to be taken a look at, so.
All right, you want to approve the agenda with that one exception?
Yeah, I'll make them approve the minutes with that exception.
Second.
Motion by Hatton, second by Van Dusen. Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Approved, same sign, motion carries. Let's go right on to the monthly reports, and that's extension, and Jody's here. So come on up, Jody.
Morning, Jody.
Good morning.
Morning, Jody.
You turn on the mic there, Jody. Thank you.
There, it's on, okay. Well, we've been really busy it seems like it's always busy. We just wrapped up archery and shooting sports. The kids are returning their BB guns and archery bows that they checked out from us because they can take them with them and use them at states. We let them borrow them and bring them back. So they're still slowly coming back in. We're revving up for summer, and horse safety was just held the Sunday before on May 5th. We had a 4-H alumni lead that, so it's great to have some alumni come back and use their horse expertise because it's something I don't have an expertise in. So that was good to have her back to help us with that. I'm just completing 5 weeks of iGrow Readers, which is a nutrition program. We talk about germs, we talk about My Plate, and also just the sugars and foods. And so I did that at Florence, and I'm just wrapping up tomorrow at Waverly too. So that's been fun to get into the classroom and work with those kids of all ages. We are holding bike safety at the schools this week, and last week we had 2, and this week we have 4. What did I say? We had about 19, 20 yesterday at Lincoln, which is up because we don't always have as many at Lincoln, but there's just 3 of us, so we were really going fast yesterday. So that's being held at the schools after school with Optimist Club and the police department. So I'm glad Mr. Rimmers was there yesterday to help.
Awesome. Yeah. That's
So
good.
today we're at McKinley's school, so I don't know how many kids. Sometimes they go back and bring them, and sometimes parents bring the bikes in too, so if they haven't ridden their bikes. But luckily we have nice weather for that this week. We will hold one more YQCA. It's the Youth Quality Care of Animals, and anyone who has livestock that, except for dog, cat, and horse, because horse has their own safety, needs to attend that YQCA to show their animals this year. And that's a national training that's being held at all other states too. So, so we have one more on June 10th because we have some members that have not taken it yet. I went after school in Florence. I did an early out in Waverly, and I held one in Watertown, and I just scheduled another one because I know we have so many kids that missed that last one. So we're starting judging schools already, so we just held our first consumer decision making and horticulture judging, and then busy working on our Clover Bud Camp. That is our 4th Clover Bud Camp. This is for 5, 6, and 7-year-olds. And this year we're doing a space and rocket theme for kids. And then our dog practice starts on May 22nd already, so time
What
flies.
was that?
Dog practice.
Dog
training,
practice.
obedience,
Okay.
rally, showmanship, agility. They get to learn all that with 4-H.
State Fair's right around the corner.
Yeah, it'll come that.
Actually,
And
that's
speaking of State Fair, it doesn't stop because I'm on the Youth in Action Committee, so we're constantly doing changes and updates for all of our stuff. So I'm with the Special Foods and Fashion Review Committee, so we're all year round. When I get back here today, I have another conference call on State Fair and Special Foods and Fashion Review for State Fair, so it doesn't always end. Yesterday, I presented on one of our Skypes to show about changes that we've made for this year's State Fair. So
That last one should be changed to dog handler obedience school.
sometimes it changes
Probably the
both of
hardest
them.
part, training the master. All right, any other questions for Jody?
I have
Yeah.
one more. I have one more question of interest. Are you going to have? I hear a rumor that somebody might be doing shooting sports this summer, or in the future.
I don't know about summer. We talked about maybe going outside somewhere, but I haven't heard anything about
Okay,
summer yet.
I'm just
So
curious.
Skip does offer it through the Park and Rec in the summertime with archery. She has quite a few kids at
No,
archery
this is
summer.
rifle and shotgun.
Which we don't have any big rifles or anything, so we're still waiting on the NRA grant, so. But I did get email a few weeks ago, so I know it's still in process. Just don't know where.
It's a busy time of the year for you.
Yeah, yep.
Yeah.
All right, anything else for Jody? All right, thank you, Jody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Jody.
Jody.
Appreciate
Have a good
it.
week. Let's go on to number 6. Number 6 is action to approve resolution 2019-12, May 7th tax deed property auction and issue quitclaim deeds for property sold. Now, there were 4 properties, but we will only be acting on 3 of them today. By the way, Cindy's not with us today. She's at a meeting out in Pierre, and Alyssa, one of the staff in the auditor's office is here sitting in, so thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
So I'm going to turn it over to you now.
What do you want?
All right, we have,
The mic's not on.
motion to approve.
I'll second that motion,
just
just in
yeah,
case.
just leave it on, yeah. Okay, we have a motion by who?
I made the motion.
Motion by
second it.
Gable, a second by,
I did.
who? Brenda. And that motion is to issue quitclaim deeds for the property sold. Now, we were talking prior to the meeting, if we should do this for each individual piece, or can we do them all 4 at once?
Looks like it's on one resolution, Mr. Chairman, so I
It's-
think we
yeah.
can.
Do them all
Only
at
one
once.
So my
resolution.
motion is to approve, is to approve the resolution.
Okay, we'll just do it one, we'll do it for all. All right, so we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Any discussion? And as you can see, the 3 that we will be acting on are the ones that are on your handout that's in your packet. Did you all find that? All right, good. Okay, any more discussion? See none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Let's go on then to number 7. Authorize the chair to sign 2019 asphalt mat construction contract, and that as well as is in your packet. Have you had a chance to check that over?
I'd make a motion to approve.
A motion by Hatton, second by Waterman. Any discussion? Any discussion?
I guess it's pretty standard from
Any discussion?
last year.
Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries.
It's only 835.
Milo just left. Did he go? I don't know if we need him here during this action to approve a project to seal
There's
courthouse
3,
parking lot.
actually 3 or 4 things for
Yeah.
now, so maybe skip over and,
Steve, you want to see if Milo's out in the hall? See how far he went. We'll get these out of the way.
When was the last time we seal coated that? It just seemed like a couple of years
It
ago.
wasn't that long ago.
I know time goes fast.
yeah, I think it was only a couple of years. Drainage might be an issue, although it's slanted, so you would think not.
Mr. Chair, if I could add something on those properties that we auctioned off last week, since we're waiting for Milo. Was there 2 properties that didn't sell? That if people have questions or would like to take a look at those, they can contact the auditor's office.
Yep.
Cindy or Carol, okay.
There's a
The
way,
treasurer's office, and you can take a look at those properties, but
and there's a way to purchase them with a
Yes.
sealed bid.
Sealed
So
Sealed bid,
separate,
right.
We just have to approve it separately.
Sure. Okay, well, Milo's not, is he here?
He's down in his office, he's on his way.
Well, let's go down to 12 in the meantime. We can do that one, action on change orders submitted to the courthouse remodel project. Do you have any today?
No, I don't, Mr. Chairman.
That's why I went to 12.
I can do 11.
Okay, we'll go back up to 11 then. Action to approve application of West Nile virus grant funds. And I don't know, is there something in the packet on that?
No, there is nothing. It was just released last week for West Nile grants. So I asked for authorization to apply for that. My application last year was $5,000. I am looking at doing the same thing this year.
I'll make a motion to accept that.
We have a motion by Van Dusen, second by Waterman. Any discussion?
What were we granted last year? Did we?
5,000.
We did get the total, okay.
And that action is to approve the application, or
Yep, to apply
approve the
for it, yep.
application. The approval.
Yep.
Apply.
Yeah, it has to be in by June 1st. They're a little lagging behind. They had a little problems with their Survey Monkey, I guess, this year.
Didn't want to work.
Well, they forgot to register again for it, so.
All right.
Good luck. We appreciate you applying for that.
Thank
It's
you.
nice to
We
get
have a
that.
motion and a second. Any more discussion? Any more discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Steve, let's back up then to number 9, action approved. Oh, no, let's go back to 8. Action to approve project to seal courthouse parking lot. Yeah, Milo.
Good morning.
Morning.
Milo?
We, do you have that? Oh, thank you. I forgot to bring the sheet up. Just asking permission to sign a contract to have the parking lot of the courthouse sealed and restriped again. This is something we do every 2 to 4 years, depending on the condition, but it's, this helps keep everything holding together, so nothing really specific to talk about here. It is a budgeted item.
Make a motion. I'll second that.
A motion by Hatton, second by Gable. Any discussion?
Motion.
I think
The other way around?
Yep.
I think so.
Okay, motion by Lee, second by Hatton. Any discussion? There was a question about when was the last time we did it?
Let's see, I believe 2016.
So 3 years, so.
That'd probably be about right.
Yep, sounds about right. All right, any more discussion? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Any more discussion?
Milo, is the parking lot holding up pretty well other than that? I noticed that the curb,
Yeah, not bad. I mean,
Okay.
I think we better be planning for probably an entire parking lot refurbishing in the next 5 years.
okay.
You know, I mean, it is, but it's still holding together for now, and short answer to your question, yes.
Okay, good.
Good question. Any more? Any other comments or questions? Any other questions? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Let's go on then to number 9, and that's action to approve purchase of a mower for Memorial Park.
Okay, once again, this is a budgeted item for Memorial Park. We keep 3 lawnmowers on hand out there. Two of them are basically in use every day, and then the oldest one, or the one with the most hours, we keep on hand for a spare. So this would be trading in our oldest one, trading in that's also on the agenda.
Yeah, that's the next
A
item.
Great Dane Chariot mower. They're giving us $800 credit for that. The new mower we are purchasing is a Gravely. The price tag on that is $13,686. We do have a bid assist that comes directly from the manufacturer that lowers the price $2,463.48, less our trade-in of $800 for a total of $10,422.52.
Move to approve that.
Motion by Hatton, second by Waterman. Any discussion?
How long do these mowers usually stay in service?
Oh, well, I try to rotate one out at least every 4 years.
How many hours do they get on them?
The one that we're going to be taking out of service and using for a backup is at nearing 3,000 hours.
And where are we going to purchase this from?
From Watertown Lawn and Garden.
Okay.
And what I'm told is typically the commercial guys trade off their mowers at, you know, 12 to 1,600 hours. So we're,
Oh, I've got a Gravely and I like mine, just, it's great mower.
yeah.
You could accumulate
very
that many
good
hours
ours.
pretty quick out there at the park. It's a
Yeah.
lot of grass to
A
mow.
lot of grass.
Yeah.
Too much to mow and not enough to pasture, right?
That's about right.
Any more questions or comments? Any more questions? Any more questions? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign, motion carries. Let's go right on then to get rid of the old one for, that's action to authorize the chair to sign. No. I jumped one here.
Number 10.
Get down here to 10. Action to declare the Great Dane mower, GEN number, what is that, GEN number 01481, surplus to be traded in, and that's the one that we're talking about, right?
Move to approve.
Motion by Hatton.
Second.
Second by Van Duzen. Any discussion? Any discussion? And that's the one they allowed us $800 for?
Oh,
It's not cut.
Was it $800?
yes, $800.
Any more discussion?
I'm sorry, that says 500 trade-in on the sheet. Is that right?
No, oh, that's just category 500.
I was
That,
gonna say, I don't see.
Right here.
It's like a different quote.
That's 500 trade-in?
okay, that was what we had, what we received for trade-in when we bought this one.
Okay. Disregard, sorry.
All right, good question though, good catch. Any more discussion? Any more? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
All same sign, motion carries.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Milo.
Milo.
Let's go on to number 13, action to approve claims for payment.
Yes.
I need to talk to you before you leave,
Okay.
or I'll catch you in your
Claims for
office.
payment. You have any?
Downstairs?
Yeah.
All right.
Quite a few.
Quite a few, yes.
All right, is there any that you have Cindy highlighted for us to take a look at?
Yep, she has several highlighted.
Okay.
Do you have a copy?
Yeah, go through it. You go ahead and take it.
It's over there. Looks like we've spent
Melissa,
50
go
bucks.
ahead and go through them, and the ones that are highlighted, just give us a short explanation and point them out to us, will you?
She highlighted the new servers that were just installed, which were a budgeted item.
What page is that on?
It's two. Two?
Okey doke, yep. Keep going.
She just noted that the court-appointed attorney budget is 51% spent.
Probably will be looking at that.
That's it. State, the total amount is $895,096.52. Of that, $441,056.96 is state, and then the county share is $454,039.56.
Move to approve those claims.
We got a motion by Hatton to approve, second by Waterman. Any discussion? Any discussion? Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. How about budget supplements? We have any today? Okay, that's good. Let's go on then to number 15, personnel changes, and if you look in your packet, there are a couple of them.
Three.
There's three.
Go ahead and read them to us.
Diane Merchant, Office Coordinator at the Director of the Equalization Office. New step is 13. New pay rate is $21.78, just an anniversary step increase. Sarah Tesh, Clerk at the Director of the Equalization Office. New step is 6, anniversary step increase to $17.75. And a new hire in the Welfare Office is the Welfare Assistant, Rochelle Rosso. Effective date is today, starting her out at step 1, 15/27.
Make a motion to approve.
Motion by Van Duzen, second by
I'll second.
Gable.
I have
Any
some-
discussion?
Yes, I do. We have our HR individual here. We have one personnel. The new hire, there's no signatures on there of either party. Is that something we can even approve? without signatures.
It's in the welfare department.
There's no signatures
Part-time.
of the welfare director or the new hire, or any dates of the signatures. All the other ones, we always get them, they're all signed. So I don't know that we can approve that one.
No, it's not. I think I seconded. Who made the motion?
Yeah, I made the motion to accept those.
If we amend it to, I don't know, separate out, I make
Melissa,
an
is that an
amendment.
issue in your office?
All right, what do you want to do?
Well, this one, I don't know that we can accept it, there's no signatures on it.
Okay. I just got to get caught up here. What we can do is just not include that one.
Yeah, I'd maybe amend the motion to act on the other two and pull this one out until
Put this on the
signatures,
agenda for next week.
until signatures are on there.
And so we'll have it on the agenda for next week, okay? Okay, so just to clarify, the motion is to,
I amended the motion to only act on Diane Merchant and Sarah Tesh, and the one without signatures, pull that out.
So how does that work since she started work today?
I don't know, but they need to complete these documents correctly if they want to have us act on them.
Terry, any advice on that? Any advice on that? She started working today in the welfare office, but we're not going to approve her hire until,
These are the other two. And that's the first.
We always have signatures on them.
can we have somebody run that over and get signatures quick? Yeah.
Yep.
And then we can take action on
that'd
it.
be good. So we'll
Good.
So
just,
do I need to amend the motion or just table it?
Thank you, Jerry. Table it.
Table it for now? Okay.
let's just table it. All right, let's go on then to number 16 and the travel requests. We have a couple of them today.
You're gonna walk across the street?
Yep, she's gonna run across the street.
No
There isn't any
travel.
travel.
No
No travel today, all right. How about old business? We have any old business, mature business to bring before the board this morning?
Just to follow up on the grant discussion, the JDAI grant discussion. I can't remember if you were here 2 weeks ago for that. So that was submitted on time. So the due date for that is later this week, but we got that all together, and yeah, I think it's going to be a good situation. We basically, at the sheriff's request, we took off the specifics about shelter care and using that in Sioux Falls, and instead we'll direct some energy to developing something more local as we can get it, because the concern was cost. So even if the grant would help us with the reimbursement of using that facility, there's still a lot of transport costs, that some of which are reimbursable, but some of which aren't. So anyway, but that's submitted and on its way.
Okay. Anything else? Any other old business? Any other old business? Seeing none, let's go on to new business. Any new business?
Mr. Chair, I'll be attending a Watertown Development Company board meeting tomorrow
Okay.
morning. Anybody has anything?
Anything else?
I don't know if this would be under the open or new, I guess just to let everyone know that the transit with the funding has kind of been a process that has been started, but it's the trend, and the state really is encouraging transits to merge. And so we won't lose our transit service here. Everything will be the same, the name will be the same, but they have like an umbrella sort of system, and there's several that are included, so when they apply for grants and stuff, it's overall. Everybody puts their grants in, but then they send it in as an overall request. And because it's a cost savings for different processes that they do, like you only have one main administrator then doing all this instead of each one having it. So it's all about cost saving and trying to, because the federal dollars are, obviously in the same with the transit world, getting harder and harder to come by. So it's just kind of one of those things that with the times, it's something that needs to happen.
Is that going to expand the service area of our transit?
No, ours will be, like, each transit will remain the same basically, but it's kind of work in progress. I'm just kind of letting you know that it is something that will be happening.
So it'd be with Brookings and like everything together, or?
We won't be with Brookings, we'll be going more north with, all the way up to Sisseton and Webster, and which seems overwhelming, and it did at first, but it works. They do it out west. They have quite a big service area, so it's all about the whole funding part of it. But I'll keep you informed as we go and how it's all going to lay out. But anyway, it's not going to change the service here at all. Everything will remain the same. And as far as expanding the service area, we have expanded out. We'll do the transit will do trips to Sioux Falls for Medicaid and those sorts of things, and they have reached out to our smaller communities to try to go and accommodate them, have a pickup day, but that just hasn't really taken off very well, and so it's mainly Watertown. But anyway, just letting you know that's going on right now.
All right, thank you. Any other new business? Any other new business? Seeing none, how about open? What you got for the open today?
Mr. Chair, the Cottington County Drug Court will be having a commencement celebration on Friday, May 17th. It's this Friday at 1:30 here in the courthouse.
And what does that involve?
The graduates from the drug court program.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Melanie Weiss will be their featured speaker. So if you can attend, that would be great. I plan
I
on
think
being
everybody
there.
has an invitation on their desk.
Yep. Also, tonight is the hors d'oeuvres extravaganza at 2nd Street Station. That is a fundraiser, the annual fundraiser for the Volunteer Center. So 2nd Street Station from 6 to 8 p.m. If you're able to come, that would be great. It's a Go Blue Parade also this Friday at 4:30 p.m.
The what?
Go
Go Blue Parade
Go Blue.
in honor of all of our
Police Week.
police and first responders. And
I understand there was a ceremony yesterday out in front of the police station honoring the fallen officers, is that right?
Yes, National Memorial Week. Yep.
Memorial. How many was there in this past year? There's quite a lot of them.
100 or something.
Yeah, there is every year. I don't know what the exact number was. I don't recall.
You're
but,
from South Dakota though, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Well, that's why we like to keep that one.
Yeah.
All right, anything else for the open?
One thing, just to thank the auditor Cindy and Matt, our chief corrections officer. We had a field trip from Great Plains Lutheran High School government class to show them, what they, what we do here in the courthouse basically, and they got a tour of the jail. And Cindy gave a really good explanation about how the process of voting and counting the votes works, and showed so that was kind of very useful, I thought.
Good to hear that. I wish that more high schools would do that.
Yeah.
Get them involved in understanding the government and how it works. And right now, I'm just kind of stalling, waiting for.
Back when I was registered deeds in Dual County, every year the classes would come over and go through every office through the courthouse one day
Yeah.
from the different towns.
All right, come on up, Terry. I think we're. Is there anything else for the open? Seeing none, have you got signatures?
I have the department head signature. The new employee doesn't start until 1 o'clock
Okay.
tomorrow.
All right. That should be sufficient, though, shouldn't it?
He'll come over tomorrow.
Okay, at this point in time, right now, we have an amendment on the table. So,
So with a lack of a second, it goes away.
but
Then we go
was
back to the
there,
original.
there was not a second.
Okay.
I thought I seconded that.
You
I thought-
seconded
keep my
it.
motion.
Wait a minute, we'll find out for sure. Was there a second?
Yeah,
second
motion by
by
Van
the-
Duzen, second by Gable.
Oh, no, on
Okay.
the original, but when
Right.
I made the amendment, nobody seconded my amendment.
No.
No. So of a lack of a second, it goes away.
Right.
So we're back to the
So
original.
we're back to the original motion, and read that for me one more time. Now, what is that motion, just for clarification? What is that?
Well, my motion is to accept the personnel changes and the new hires,
Okay,
all three of them.
right. Okay, is everybody clear on that? Everybody understand what we're voting on? Any more discussion?
Okay.
Seeing none, all in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. All right, I have had no request for executive session.
Make a
any other
motion
business?
to adjourn.
Motion by Hatton to adjourn, second by Gable. All in favor indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good week. It's supposed to be a nice week.
Yeah, it's probably, you're probably right, yeah. I was thinking, I grunted a little.
Thank you.
Yes, you're welcome.
Now we're gonna sign.
Yes. All right, I will go grab Lindy.
Yep, go grab it.